Hi, this is Nancy from Life's Blessings, and we've been going through the different states in the United States to give you their homeschool laws and regulations. Today we are talking about North Carolina, and that is by request for us to do North Carolina next. So we are going to be talking about the laws in North Carolina today with regards to homeschooling. So I hope you stay tuned for the whole entire video, and I'll try to leave some links down below in the description box for you, some resources that you can use if you are interested in homeschooling in general, and especially if you are in the state of North Carolina. So the compulsory age in North Carolina to report school attendance is 7 to 16 years old. So every child between the ages of 7 and 16 years old in the state of North Carolina must be enrolled in a school. All right, homeschooling is a non-public school of no more than 2 families or 2 households where the parents or legal guardians or members of either household determine the scope and sequence of academic instruction, provide instruction, and determine additional resources in the state of North Carolina. So that is the definition of homeschooling in that state. Now, here's your requirements to homeschool. Now, before we get into the requirements, let me just say that if your child has ever been registered in a public or private school, you need to withdraw your child from that school before you get into the requirements for homeschooling, okay? So before you go and get all your requirements in order to homeschool your child, you will need to formally withdraw your child from whatever school he or she is in, regardless of their age. And if your child is less than 7 years old and they've already been in a school and you withdraw them, then you will have to meet these requirements that I'm about to discuss, even though the state of North Carolina doesn't require the attendance of your child in a school until the age of 7. Okay, so even if they are under 7 years old, if they've ever been enrolled in a school, whether it be private or whether it be public school, you will need to withdraw them, plus you will need to follow these requirements as well, regardless of their age, okay? So these requirements are, number 1, you must submit a notice of intent to operate a homeschool to the North Carolina Division of Non-Public Education. This is only required once, and that is when you establish a new homeschool. So it's not an annual requirement, not in the state of North Carolina. A lot of states require you to file this intent to homeschool every single year. But in the state of North Carolina, according to www.HSLDA.org, you are not required to do it annually. You are required to do it once. That is when you establish your new homeschool. This notice must contain the name and the address of your homeschool. So you have to come up with a name for your homeschool. You have to have an address, that can be your home address. And you must say the owner of the homeschool and the chief administrator. This may be submitted via the DNPE's website, or you can file a paper copy, and if you go to www.hslda.org, then they will provide you with a paper copy that you can print out and you can send in yourself if you choose to do it that way. Now, the second thing is that all of the teachers in your homeschool must have at least a high school diploma or its equivalent. The third thing is you must operate your homeschool on a regular schedule at least 9 months out of the year, except for reasonable holidays and vacations. The fourth thing is that you must keep attendance records. You need to have a register where you're keeping attendance records of each child that is enrolled in your homeschool. So if you have more than one child, then you will need to have a record for each one of the children that you are teaching inside your home, as well as their immunization records, which are required by law. Number 5, you must administer an annual standardized test to each child that is enrolled in your homeschool. I didn't see any age requirements on that. I know in a lot of states that don't start until 3rd grade, but as I was looking through HSLDA.org, I didn't see a grade level or an age level in which the standardized test should start. So I assumed that every child would need the standardized test annually. But I don't know that for sure. So that's something that you need to look into. Something that you need to ask questions, perhaps with the DNPE, or of course you could always ask through HSLDA.org. So just letting you know on that. The 6th thing is that you must notify DNPE if you ever stop homeschooling in North Carolina, and that is that you do not wish to homeschool any longer, or maybe you move out of state. Maybe you're still homeschooling but not in the state of North Carolina. Then you need to let them know that you have shut down your homeschool in the state of North Carolina. Okay, so these are all the requirements that I found on the website on hslda.org. I'm going to link that website down below for you so you can check into it further. If you become a member of hslda.org, then you will get free legal advice anytime that you need it. And they are ready to represent you if you ever come into any trouble. All right, so I'm going to leave that down below, as well as the DNPE's website. Keep in mind that I'm just a fellow homeschool mom and I'm not a lawyer. I'm not associated with the state of North Carolina, nor any state's Department of Education. But I do appreciate you watching this video, and I hope some of the information that I have shared has helped you along in getting started in your journey, or maybe in the middle of your journey, wherever you are in your journey of homeschool. And I pray blessings over your journey and over your household in Jesus' name. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you have enjoyed this video, if you found it informative. And if you want me to cover your state next, then comment down below and let me know what state you live in, or what state you're moving to, what state you're interested in for the homeschool laws, and I would be glad to get to that state next. So we are going to put this video down in our playlist under homeschool laws by state, and you can check out the other states that we have covered in that playlist as well. Thank you so much for watching. Big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done it already. Thank you so much for all of our faithful subscribers that have stuck with us. God bless you and have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.